Okay, so it seems like there's been a pretty big situation going on with a first stage production member being Nix Voltare. Now, this has been a very big topic that has kind of gone on, and it's a very sad one because he recently released a message over on his alt account, which seems like he's going to be terminated from first stage production, and it was a little bit of like, I guess, a cry for help, like from his fans and things, and just kind of telling them exactly what was going on behind the scenes. And it's just very sad to see, right? Obviously, he was talking about stuff of an official statement and things. This is back in November 20th. But yeah, obviously, as we can see here, Rima has also talked about it, and there is a video which is up, which I won't be able to play because, as you can see from the original Rima post, it has been taken down. So I don't want to risk getting this video taken down by playing the video, because obviously they might try to take things down. I don't know if this got taken down because the user deleted it, or if maybe it got reported and maybe it got copy struck. I don't know. Again, I'm not sure, but again, I won't be playing it. We will be going through exactly what was said in this video though. But essentially, Rima has said here on her post, Nix Voltare, a talent under First Stage Production EN, the English language branch of Japanese VTuber agency First Stage Production, operated by Reality Studios Inc., posted a video on his personal PL account in which he appeared visibly emotional and tearful, stating that he believes the company may graduate him. He alleges that his meet and greet was cancelled and that songs he recorded for a planned concert were removed, despite him repeatedly asking to proceed with the meet and greet. It was all I wanted and they took it away from me. Netizens have expressed outrage and speculate his exclusion may be linked to his inability to board a flight due to a phobia. So obviously, yeah, that does suck. Obviously, he's scared of flying, and he's being left out due to that fact, which again isn't great. So this follows a series of announcements by his corpo from August to late November, including an initial hiatus notice until September 15th, followed by cancellations of his 3D debut, meet and greet, and December 3D live concert. A later message posted on his account asked fans not to worry or speculate, and stated that Nix himself requested the indefinite postponement of his 3D debut, writing, "I requested that 3D be put on indefinite hiatus until I can tackle this issue. I need to stop pretending I'm okay when I'm not, and letting people down in the process. It's going to be a long journey, but I hope that one day you'll see me up on that stage and I can make all of you proud." So yeah, obviously that is, a good summary of exactly what has gone on with Nix at the moment. But what actually happened within this video? Well, I listened to it all, and also there's a very good TLDR down here of what has really gone on. And it was a very sad thing to hear, because a lot of it is kind of inaudible as well, because he's crying a lot. He sounds very upset. I've never heard anybody sound so upset. There's no actual video to this, by the way. It's all just black screen and him talking into the alt account, right? And yeah, this is what he says. But he says, outright saying that he was Nix Voltare. Obviously, yeah, he does actually say it is Nix. He doesn't say, it might be or whatever. There is 100% saying that. He said he wanted to do a meet and greet, but was FSP just cancelled it. So yeah, obviously FSP being First Stage Production, the agency that he is with, essentially cancelling the meet and greet, despite him saying that was the only thing that he wanted. And he mentioned quite a lot as well that the fans were the only thing that were keeping him going. That's why he wanted to do the meet and greet, right? So all of Nix Voltare's songs, including songs prepared for the event, will be taken by First Stage Production. First Stage Production told Nix to graduate and relay to everyone that Nix will graduate. Because of that, everyone ghosted Nix without goodbyes and removed them from their DMs. So yeah, obviously a lot of the other members as well have just kind of not really talked to him, which I think is absolutely horrible. I feel really bad for this guy, right? Because essentially they have, shut him out from a lot of things. He obviously wanted to do a meet and greet. They cancelled it. And then obviously, he was pretty much told to graduate, and everybody else was told that he was graduating. And so they literally just left him. They just removed him as a friend or whatever, removed him from DMs, and just didn't say a word to him, which I think obviously is pretty horrible, especially if he's been quite friendly with them before, right? So yeah, he's just been completely shut off. No goodbye, no nothing. It's just, you can't talk to them anymore, which I think is crazy. So yeah, they say, so ever since Nix's tweet about his 3D status, no one contacted him and he was alone for the past 1 month. The damn, that explains why Nix was not mentioned by his gen mates during, in and when they got back from Japan. So Ryza mentioned on stream how he asked Nix and Nayu explained briefly that Nix didn't send anything for their voice packs. So yeah, obviously it's not great. It's not great to see, and obviously it is a good summary there to essentially show us exactly what was going on there. People saying this, saying, I feel really bad for him. I myself have suffered not being able to travel, not even go on the bus in my hometown for a couple of years due to severe anxiety. It really makes you feel awful and alien from others. To then hear from him and his gen mates and the other guys didn't reach out to him that whole time, that's not going to help Nix with his mental health at all. This audio message seems to be a last hope thing. He is desperate for someone to contact him, which is understandable. I've seen it happen a few times now where streamer groups, VTubers or not, act as the best of friends, but when it comes down to it, most will see you as a colleague at best. That hurts for anyone who genuinely seeks connections with others. Did Nix cost the company money by going AWOL and not being there for his 3D debut? Yes. Would that be a reason to fire him? Also, yes. Is that a reason for his gem mates not to send him a text? No, unless it is stated in that contract, they aren't allowed to. So I genuinely hope that Nix has a good support system at home and that he knows there are fans out there who would 100% support him as an indie VTuber. And yeah, obviously, it seems like there has been a bit of bad management going on. I mean, as they say there, right, if he did have to cancel his 3D debut, like last minute and whatever, and he went AWOL, you know, obviously I can understand why they would want to fire him, right? But I do think everything that has kind of transpired since has been pretty horrible in the way that they've handled things and in how Nix has just been completely left out. And, you know, I think that at least, you know, let them say goodbye or at least get a goodbye from those people if they, you know, truly wanted to fire him rather than making this weird kind of situation where he's technically still there for now. But again, it's just really awkward, really weird. And again, a lot of people have been kind of discussing this, right? People saying absolutely disgusted that FSP is instructing their livers to remove him from any future activities and removing his songs from the concert. I truly did believe that the company could be the stepping stone for future male VTubers to have a proper shot at gaining recognition here in the West. But after this, screw this dogshit company for making this guy lose everything he's built up this past year. Just hope this guy has a great support system. We do have a follow-up message, though, from Nix as well. Essentially, I think this is over on Twitter. And they say another Nix tweet saying, you know what? Screw him. You guys made me smile today, and I didn't think that was even possible. And obviously, this is coming from the support from the video that he originally posted. And I think, yeah, the original video that, Rima was quoting was from his old account directly. So, again, he must have taken it down because maybe the company told him to or whatever. Or maybe he did decide to delete it for whatever reason. He said, I'll be okay. You showed me that I'll delete everything in the next... Oh, here we go. Yeah, so I'll delete everything in the next few minutes. So screenshot it if you want. Hold me accountable for whatever comes. I really don't want to hurt people that have nothing to do with this. And I realized that that is impossible to have it both ways. I don't know what people have been told. And if they want to believe that, then so be it. I hope that one day when it all comes to an end, everyone can tell their story. There are no winners in this. I am deeply hurt, but I do not want to make anyone else feel this way. I'm so sorry. I said my piece that came from a place of genuine heartbreak. I miss you all more than anything, and that is all I want right now. So let's work and focus on our energy instead. Whatever this is scary and uncertain future holds, support who you want. It matters not to me anymore. So yeah, obviously, you know, a lot of people have archived it anyways, so that's fine. They say this tweet almost reads like he realized the legal consequences of his tweets. I said, I think it's too late for that. It sounds like he realized that he's essentially dragging down all the other talent without even knowing the circumstances the company has put them under, including the two that he named. So yeah, I said it's very likely both. He threw some of his co-workers under the bus and gave the company a ton of ammo to use against him legally. He has put himself in a no-win situation and opened up a multitude of avenues. The company to come after him. If he had any case at all against the company, that's now gone. The best he can hope for is a settlement that gives him a clean break and only having to follow an NDA, which, yeah, it seems like obviously, I think that obviously the post on his it isn't great in terms of like a legal perspective. Obviously, you know, he's going to have action taken against him and he's probably more than 100% going to get suspended, no, not suspended, terminated, right? If he wasn't going to get terminated in the beginning, whenever, you know, all of them stopped talking to him. But I think also as well, he's just put himself into an even more, I guess, bad spot. And I think he's kind of realized that now, which I think, you know, obviously I can understand. He was in a pretty, you know, not a great place. You could hear it by his voice in the clip, right? He wasn't very, you know, happy at all. And obviously I can understand that maybe, obviously being blocked by all the people and stuff, maybe going to Twitter and speaking about it felt like the only option for him at the time. But again, obviously it does throw him into a little bit more hot water now and throws him into a situation where it's kind of hard for him to even win anything, right? So again, obviously, I don't think it was the best idea to post something like this, but also it does give us more information on what is really going on with his situation at the moment, which I guess is good for us in terms of knowing, but not so great for him in terms of, you know, he might get, yeah, in some trouble legally with the company in general, and yeah, it's not looking great. But obviously, a lot of people are just, you know, saying it's just a shame that it came to this. To be clear, I didn't even think the initial message about the 3D was that harsh. But firing him over this, I know it's not official yet, and no one reaching out to him makes me sad. I don't think I've seen anyone more enthusiastic in collabs than this guy. He also puts so much into his streams. The flight thing is a problem, and missing a 3D is already bad, but he is a hell of a streamer, incredibly enthusiastic, so I'm just sad that they cut him off cold, because most of his activities could be done from home, and he deserved to keep doing his thing at FSP. So yeah, obviously, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what goes on in the future, and how Nix Voltare, you know, what his kind of future looks like in terms of FSP, and whether he's going to stay there or not. Probably not. I'm gonna say it's a pretty easy guess that yeah, they're probably going to terminate him, or he's going to leave, because obviously, you know, it's like he's almost been forgotten about, right? So again, we'll have to wait and see. But it is just very, very sad to see that obviously he isn't having the best of times, and a lot of people have been sending over a ton of support, especially over on Reema's post as well. But yeah, essentially that's all there is for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.